Yo, welcome back to a Borderlands 4 news video. We've recently got some information on the upcoming bounty pack and a tiny little teaser of our first actual DLC story pack, like the big one with the Vault Hunter and all that stuff. Cash is on the way. So yeah, I'm just going to break it down a little bit and just go through it all. So first off, this is our roadmap for 2026. So obviously we got our recent update, which was January 29th, which gave us the photo mode and a couple of changes to Halo's blue like bubble skill tree. And then quarter one, obviously we've got Bounty Pack, which is in February. So the end of this month, we are getting our first paid Bounty Pack DLC, Legend of the of the Stone Demon. Sorry, and we're also getting Pearlescence with that, which I absolutely cannot wait for. I actually hope this update is going to be a banger, some nice changes and some shit going down that we actually need for this game. And then in March we are actually getting our first major paid DLC, which comes with a Vault Hunter, a new story to take on, a brand new zone, and loads of other stuff. And we've got some teasers for that as well, which includes having Mancubus back, I think his name is, from the Love and Tentacles DLC in Borderlands 3. So it'll be good to have him return. It seems like the turn is very much Cthulhu-esque still, which is really, really cool, quite cultist, and I'm quite excited for it. It should be quite a good one, quite gory as well, so I'm really excited for that. Then we've got quarter two, which we've got raid boss number 2, which I'm hoping they actually drop one secretly in the paid DLC for, like back in the day in like Borderlands 2, like Borderlands 3 didn't really have invincibles properly, but Borderlands 2, every single DLC that was a paid DLC that dropped had an invincible or maybe even two tied to it. So I'm kind of hoping that the Mad Ellie and the Vault of the Damned brings us another invincible boss. But raid boss quarter 2, and we're also getting a takedown which has been pushed forward, which is really good. And then we're also getting Bounty Pack 3. So it's looking quite juicy in the middle of the year. We're getting some decent content rollout. Hopefully there's more in between this as well, but this is just a very vague like picture of it all. Then quarter 3, Bounty Pack 4, Bounty Pack 5, and Story Pack 2. And obviously Story Pack 2 will have a second playable character added. Obviously performance issues and stuff getting tweaked, ongoing improvements, endgame, bug fixes, minor updates. I'm hoping that most of the updates coming forward are actually going to be a bit more beefy, because the weekly updates, the minor updates, they're not really an update to a game. You're not adding anything, you're just kind of moving what weekly boss it is every single week. Like the major ones at the end of the month, they're a little bit better, but we still need like a massive overhaul to some legendary weapons and some massive upgrades and buffs to like most of the characters, since we're kind of all the classes right now feel like a bit of a one-trick pony. So yeah, I'm hoping that ends up getting more fleshed out over time as well. So regarding the first bounty pack, the paid one that we are getting on the 26th of February, there was a tweet by Grant who basically said that the on-foot distance from the start of the map to Minister Screw, which was the first pack we got, the Christmas one, is shorter than the distance to the first mini-boss in Legend of the Stone Demon. So we're looking at a much, much larger zone, and the way he says first hidden mini-boss like implies that there's going to be another hidden mini boss as well, alongside an actual boss to go against. I assume the Stone Demon. So yeah, we are looking at a much bigger area to play with, and probably an extra mission also going on, and a few more areas to explore and find along the way. So I'm really excited for this first one to drop. It's going to prove or help us and let us decide whether or not Gearbox is actually putting in enough effort to these paid little bounty packs, because the first one was a little bit lackluster, but then they gave it to us for free. So we're going to have to see this first actual bit of paid content that is going out the door, and we're going to see if it's an absolute banger or if it's just going to flop. But personally, I'm quite excited for it. And into regarding Pearlescence as well, obviously they'll be dropping with this update. This update is, it's going to have Pearlescence for free, but there is some that are going to be tied to the paid bounty pack. Obviously they're going to have dedicated drops for these pearls as well. I think they are created roles, so I don't think they're going to have random roles, which I actually really like the idea of that. It reminds me of like exotics in Destiny, for example. So I think we're going to get a few with the hidden mini bosses and the actual boss, and then just quite a few scattered around the main game as well for everyone else to just enjoy and have. So really excited for Pales to drop. I'm going to be grinding out those. But that's going to do it for me. Just a little update roundup kind of thing. I'm not going to do these too often, but if it's like bigger content stuff, then yes, I will probably do these. I don't want to do like the weekly ones of just like little random weekly updates of like the location of the black market and stuff like that, because I know people aren't really too like bothered, and they'll probably just find it on a website anyways. So yeah, that'll do it for me, and I'll catch you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've got a build video coming out as well very shortly. It might actually already be up by the time this video goes out. So yeah, and have a good day.